I kind of feel like it's really on them to really be the aggressors here, because going up against MINANA EVOS, one thing that is true throughout their journey is that they usually win with a comeback.
Yeah.
Right? So the late game is a very good time for MINANA EVOS. So if there's any point that you want to exploit, is the early to mid.
I think that's the thing about being an ML pro player, right? Like, you have to play in two conditions. One is playing from ahead, and one from playing from behind. In this case, when you are losing out the early engagements here, how do you make those comeback and find those opportunities is something that not a lot of teams are very, very accustomed to. Like, finding opportunities, finding a way to say like, hey, this is a good fight now or never. If we miss this small window opportunity, there's no comeback for us.
This is such a weird compliment to give, but MINANA EVOS is one of those teams that they play really well from behind.
Yeah.
So it's like, you don't want to be in that situation, but MINANA EVOS is like, even if we're in that situation, we'll find ways to win. And I kind of feel like, personally, I became a fan of them watching how they play. It's like, sure, you don't win, but dude, like, hats off. Like, those plays are amazing.
Agreed, but at the same time, surprised to see Hak taking a 2-1 against them, right? That was a big shocker here. We're Malaysian fans, but at the same time, MINANA
like,
how?
How? I didn't catch that game. How?
That was a little bit of a surprise factor here. But now let's talk about drafts here. We do see a little bit of a difference of prioritizations compared to the previous series here. We do see Bharat's being banned, Chips as well. Roger being snuck through into this draft here. Roger not the priority coming from MINANA. They are going to go for the Arla instead.
I would say Arla is a very strong pick in the Philippines, as well as the Fredrin. The Fredrin, I do see a very high value in banning him out, because any team that has him, I mean, like, one of the players had a 92% win rate on the Fredrin. That's insane in the MPL. And now, following up, they picked up the Natan as well as the Valentina. So this Natan is not Roger, but the thing that he excels over Roger is that he scales very well. So it looks like RRQ KAITO, they're already preparing themselves. If it comes to the late game, we can fight back.
Yeah, I think that's the thing about having late game presence, right? Like, Natan is amazing in just doing a lot of AoE damage here, but against tanky compositions, it's not exactly the greatest because of the fact of lacking of DHS as an item choice for Natan as an item. So I feel like right now, it is putting MINANA EVOS in a situation where if they go for tanky compositions here, they have a way to deal with the Natan, but they just need a way to get to Natan.
So right now, I'm looking at a few gold lane picks here. Going up against the Natan, the Roger is still pretty good. If you don't get a Roger, something like a Quad can do pretty well as well, because the Natan hits 1% in front. So if you can go behind him, deal damage there, disrupt his flow, it's going to be pretty good. So I'm looking at those two picks to be banned out after this. So RRQ KAITO, I kind of feel like they should pick up their jungler here. Looks like, no, Matilda. Okay, forgot about Matilda. But the thing is, Akai might be banned out, and Akai is the other premium tanky jungler that they have.
Okay.
Because the Baras is not there anymore. Fredrin is not there.
I think Martis is still okay. Like, Martis jungle on RRQ KAITO isn't that bad. It works really well with the Matilda as well. If they want to go for Lancelot, isn't too bad. But again, going head-to-head against Abaxia, there's just not a lot of heroes that can do that in the jungle role. Like, Bharat is out of the equation, so Fredrin is out. Like, what else that is tanky that is good? So I think Akai getting taken out is a very, very good idea. But I'm seeing what MINANA EVOS is doing as well. Like, look at this. They're banning out the export, another tanky I would say a tank shredding hero. And if they ban the carry right there, no, they don't even need to ban the carry. They've already locked down the Natan. So true damage is pretty much out of the equation so far for RRQ KAITO right now.
KAITO is assuming that MINANA EVOS is going to pick up the carry, so they ban out the Kaja, because Kaja and carry is going to be very, very phenomenal together. So looks like they're anticipating that carry pick. So Kaja getting banned out here.
I'm not a big fan of the Kaja.
I feel like if they want to ban out, probably like a Quad would be a solid ban as well, if not a Roger.
I'm not a big fan of Kaja, but considering the fact that because they've shown themselves the Arla and the Abaxia, two very, very strong frontliners, it's okay to pick for squishy ones. They
ban out the Florian when the Angela is still up.
Yeah.
Though I would say if MINANA EVOS picks up the Angela, their lineup
isn't too bad.
But the thing is, it's not tanky. Like, you're only hoping for the Abaxia.
Yeah.
Right? So I would say it's a high risk, high reward kind of thing. If you win the early, you can control the mid, and then the late game won't be a problem because you've already skilled up. But if you lose out the early, it's going to be a bit more difficult. So
If they go for Angela Roger here, isn't too bad. But again, I'm very surprised Roger completely ignored in the ban phase coming from RRQ KAITO.
This is a rank pick. Esme jungle. If they're anticipating for a Angela pick, but that's kind of like a 5th pick kind of situation.
Yeah, actually, it could work. Esme jungle could.
Or the Natan be
work.
Jungle, who knows?
Not a big fan of it, but I see where you're getting at, but I don't think that's what RRQ KAITO is looking for.
Well, Akai is still up if they want to pick up the Akai.
They should go for the Akai for sure. Like, it's great for disengage, it's great for setting up for a team play as well. Matilda into an Akai out is devastating to cause chaos, but again, not many teams and players are accustomed to this kind of micro plays in chaos, right? But they bring in a Carmilla instead, so this is a Carmilla jungle. Like, we've seen it in Grand Finals as well, which is weird.
Carmilla jungle is pretty strong. The only thing is that there's not a lot of combo potential for now. If they want some kind of combo potential, they might pick up something like a Terizla. A Terizla or a Benedetta with Petrify, then there's some combos there.
Yeah, that would be a very, very good setup for them. But again, I can see where you're getting here. I'm surprised by them going for this Carmilla jungle up on RRQ KAITO. I know it's very popular during the playoffs coming from MPLPH, but still, I'm not convinced.
No, because every team is practicing Carmilla in scrims. Like, they see they see the potential of comboing with the mid. It's just that you don't usually see a Valentina with the Carmilla. Because the Valentina, for now, there's not a lot of big impact ults that you can work with the curse blood. So Carmilla is a good pick. Their last pick is going to be... It's going to be the one that can really solidify everything here. I'm looking at a Terizla. I'm looking at a Benedetta, something like that. Maybe even the Yuzong. The Yuzong might work as well.
Yeah, I think the Yuzhong's... I think Yuzhong's pretty good on RRQ KAITO here, but seems like they double down on Paquito, means that this is going to be an Arlott roam here. RRQ KAITO going for the Yuzhong. Wow. I actually like both teams' draft.
Yeah, I feel like the draft is pretty solid for defense. Because quite good early game coming in from MINANA because they have the Arlott roam, so a lot of damage there. And then in terms of damage, RRQ KAITO, they scale pretty well. And I would say in the early stages of the game, they can still hold themselves out well if the Valentina is doing good. If the Valentina is doing bad, then their early game is going to be bad.
Yeah, it all comes down to be honest, I feel like the only way RRQ KAITO loses is that they do not set up those combos properly. And personally, I like MINANA's drafts a little bit more because of how easy it is to execute.
Yeah, I kind of feel... Okay, so RRQ KAITO, if they use this Baxia to control to the point where they get the first 2 turtles, then it's all in them to win this one because they have a very strong early game and they have an amazing late game with an ultra late scaling coming in from the Novaria as well as the Matrix.
Yeah, and without further ado, the match we are excited for today here. A potential revenge story for RRQ KAITO, or will MINANA EVOS shut down the dreams for RRQ KAITO to advance further here? This is the match. Game 1, MINANA EVOS versus RRQ KAITO.
I misspoke a bit. The draft I was referring to was MINANA EVOS, where if they get good early game, then it's going to be very solid for them just because their scaling is amazing. So now for RRQ KAITO, they just got to make sure that they don't lose a lot in the early game. So pick one lane, try to win that one.
Yeah, speaking of winning the lanes here, Perks getting harassed pretty hard right from the get-go. Not sure if recalling there is a good idea. Do they check it? No, they don't. Okay, interesting.
Yeah, I feel like this is so weird, but when I'm playing mid, I do think about this kind of thing. Like, I could interrupt his recall, but I'm going to use my mana. And then that kind of doesn't go well because by the time Turtle spawns, I have to recall. But you don't want to recall because you want to go to the EXP and get level 4. So it's kind of weird, but mana management when you're in the mid is actually very important to make sure that you still have enough to come Turtle fight.
I guess so, but as of now, Ming Quinn going to be holding on to the middle lane here. Do they translate in towards the XP lane? You can see Perks already looking to try and slow down Ming Quinn's rotation, but as soon as I say this, they're all heading down towards the XP lane. It is going to be MINANA EVOS that starts out first. Do they go for the jump? RRQ, they know what's up. They're freezing up the lane as well. Oh, this is so smart of RRQ KAITO. They know they want to get those early level 4s first. But Kaizen shows himself. Do they want to go for the jump? Nope. RRQ will say, okay, not worth it. not worth it at all.
I mean, definitely not worth it because they already saw the mid lane rotating towards the EXP, so they should anticipate a gank coming, and Mingguin is already taking a lot of damage. Kirk has to flicker out because 1v4 doesn't look good for him.
Yep, MINANA first to reach those fours up on those mages here. Already expended it. Kaito needs to reset up on Mingguin, so this turtle fight, they have to give away control. Perks close to that 4 as well. He's gonna steal the creep and get his 4. He's got the final slash now, drops in on Denjiro. Do they get the steal? And yes, they do. He goes in, steals it away, and gets out. And RRQ Kaito, they don't even lose a single member in that engage. What a play from RRQ Kaito.
Small misplay coming in from Kirk because he wasn't able to time really the stun onto Denjiro. Now the thing is, teams that have the Carmilla jungle always have an advantage around the turtle just because you have that big AoE that you can stun or multiply your damage by. It's just that this draft, Kaito doesn't really have a very strong Carmilla draft, so MINANA EVOS should have won that.
Well, speaking of none of them winning this, they actually catch off Kirk up top, so that's first blood for RRQ Kaito. Meanwhile, MINANA EVOS hasn't been able to find an ambush gank at all. Final slash comes in. Oh, CY with the Purify to dodge it. What a reaction here for CY.
Well, now it doesn't look that great for MINANA EVOS because they're the one with the Arlet roam as well as the Boxia jungle. They're the one that wants to take the tempo. They want to make sure that they have very strong jungle presence, but they haven't been establishing that so far. So RRQ Kaito, this is like the gold lead doesn't really show, but they're actually having quite a big lead here.
Yeah, and now Perks gonna try and harass Denjiro here. He's gonna try and build up some stacks. He's all by himself here, no fallout whatsoever, but he somehow manages to escape through the jungles. He's got the skills, he's down towards 1 HP, but where's the commitment by MINANA EVOS? Nothing at all. But at the side, they find Kirk on their own for RRQ Kaito, and this is looking even better for Kaito again.
Honestly, it's pretty good that Nova did not go for that because the problem with roamers getting killed is that if you die, you give a lot of shutdown gold. So kills that you don't have to get is good that you don't take it because if you take too much kills, then you're going to give a big opportunity for your opponents to scale their gold back just by killing the roamer, which is the easier one to take down compared to all the other roles.
Yep, now Astro Echo commits on CY. They get the double shots in as well as the Beatrix Rockets. Beautiful execution from MINANA EVOS. They find the kill that they need here. Final slash comes in. Mingguin sidesteps it away. 1-for-0. And RRQ Kaito settle for the turtle up top. So it is going to be a trade across the map for now.
Right now, we can see that RRQ Kaito, they're putting a lot more pressure onto the EXP lane compared to the gold lane. So even they understood that Kirk is the one that really is the comeback factor for the team. If Kirk is not having a good time, then this bodes better for them because he is most probably going to be a damaged Paquito. So if he can't tank up, then this is going to be an easier game for RRQ Kaito.
Yeah, it is going to be tough here. Kaito, ooh, close, nice side step here coming from CY. And MINANA EVOS, you know, pressuring the goal lane time and time again. Doming gonna be the guy to be looking out for MINANA EVOS. Meanwhile, middle lane here first. Ooh, Kerr, do they go for it? Petrify combo. It is almost dead. He's got the shield and he's gonna use the creep to stack it up. Kirk escapes it narrowly, but bottom lane CY finds one. They will trade off his life. Perk's gonna be next to fall. 2-for-1 exchange down bottom though. Ooh, RRQ Kaito, very quick reactions here. Top side, another engagement. Black Dragon being expended, just annoying the heck out of MINANA EVOS. First, might be a little bit of trouble here. Does he get out? Here comes the snipe from Lancy, and he is down for the count.
I don't know how MINANA EVOS keeps doing this, but they play so well from behind. They first get a very good trade on the gold lane, and now they get a very good trade on the EXP lane. So they're really trying to make sure that their side laners get the farm that they need by funding a little bit of a either kill or assist. So this is very good coming in from duo of Kaizen as well as Stasis.
Yep. Speaking of the first clash here, RRQ Kaito now going to be going for a lane swap. It's actually setting up the gold lane up top and XP down bottom this time. And it's going to be the Yuzhong facing up against 4 men right now. As at the bottom lane, you can see they're getting dived hard onto his tier 2. Spurts survives it. Mingguin is there to provide the assist, but MINANA, they're going to be focusing on Turtle. Denjiro, do they scout this out? Curse Blood connects on 3! Now they're taking so much damage, and they will fall. Mingguin gets a double kill with the linked up Curse Bloods. MINANA EVOS walked up to the perfect ambush setup by Denjiro. What a play.
This is what's strong about a Carmilla jungle, man. Like, you scale up, your Curse Blood is going to hurt a little bit more. And even though this is not the perfect combo, even the Valentina does a lot of damage. And this is not a Vexana. This is not an Aurora. This is not a Barats that does all this crazy chains. Just damage is still enough, man.
Yeah, man. Like, Mingguin's terrified. Just a little bit too much to handle here, but beautiful setup coming from Denjiro. Now MINANA EVOS in a little bit of trouble. Kills Plus completely airballing as well. They've got the Black Dragon to try and secure this. Tier 2 will somewhat stand for now. RRQ KAITO, they run out of steam. They have to back out. And MINANA EVOS needs to find the perfect catch here. Middle turret is in threatened right here. And where's Kaizen? Nowhere to be found. RRQ KAITO will just back off for now. They don't know where this boxer is. Finally shows himself up top. I don't think they see him, right?
No, they don't see him. He has the right idea. He's trying to farm up. Before that, Lacency is in trouble.
Yeah, Lacency's dead. Circling Eagle comes in as well. He's got this Astro Echo stolen by Mingguin as well. Ugh.
Right now, I just want to say that Kaizen has the right idea. He wants to farm as fast as he can, because if he's losing in terms of level against Denjiro, then he's not going to be able to win the Lord fight. So, like, even if you lose, at least you get secured the Lord.
Okay, Kim getting caught out all by himself. RRQ KAITO, you know, just controlling the early engagements right now. And despite all this pickups coming in, MINANA EVOS, they're able to kind of find trades on the sides as well. Look at this. On the bottom side, Du Ming gonna be finding a tier 2 by himself down on the bottom lane. And he's somehow still trying to escape this, but at the same time, bottom lane, does he escape? Minimap? No, he cancels a recall? No, he's in trouble. He's dead. No, he actually canceled off his recall. He's gonna be left all by himself in how long he will survive. No, he's dead.
Okay, to be fair, we did not see whether... I mean, looking at the minimap, it didn't look like Fertz found him.
Yeah.
If he did cancel it by himself, then... Oof. That was a big oof, man. Either ways, in terms of the goal, he's not losing by a lot, but they gotta be careful because RRQ KAITO right now, CY is on it before that Fertz.
Okay, Fertz. That's a big catch coming from MINANA EVOS. They pop the out on the box here, so this is going to be a free Lord for KAITO. Meanwhile, MINANA EVOS getting stalled in by this circling Eagle. 2-man stuns coming in. X-Nova as well as Mini Mingguin. Gonna be trying to harass their way through. CY finally shows his face, but flickers out of there for Perks. They try to get him in, but they are able to get out. MINANA EVOS gets an XP, but loses out on the Lord.
Well, one thing that they gotta be careful of right now, CY has the Holy Crystal, man. Holy Crystal is a huge power spike for Nathan now. So, MINANA EVOS, they're gonna lose quite a bit when it comes to the team fight, unless they can get Kirk onto CY. If not, this is not gonna be an easy game for MINANA EVOS to come back to.
Yeah, I agree. Expensive purchase as well on the Holy Crystal. Very, very hard to get compared to before, but again, very, very huge power spike from Nathan. Agree. But meanwhile, Perks with the final stash catches on 2. No follow coming in. Perks getting chain stun his way through. He's going to be the one to fall. Astro Echo connects on 5. Not enough to scare RRQ KAITO as Lord crashing on the top side. Do Ming will be finishing it off as well. And RRQ KAITO, do they want to engage? Yes, they do. They're calling him in green. Are they going to be able to get out? Yes, they will.
Right now, looking at the items, Do Ming already has 3, so he should be doing quite a bit of damage. He also has the Malefic Roar, so he can chunk through the defense coming in from Denjiro, where Denjiro is really the tanky one. And this is the build that I was talking about in the previous game, where right now the junglers is not about being the front line, is all about that cooldown reduction. And looking at the Carmilla here, having the Brute Force as well as the Oracle, same as the Baxia, he doesn't have the Oracle, but he does have the Brute Force, which is a very interesting item that scales very, very well every single time you fight. So I was surprised that the previous team did not abuse that.
Speaking of abusing right now, what's the best thing that MINANA EVOS can do? Because this is the exact same situation MINANA EVOS is in almost every single game, playing from behind. And they're able to somewhat trade, but it feels like Kaito should be in the lead, but it feels like MINANA EVOS is just waiting for a slip-up from Kaito right now.
Right now, what MINANA EVOS can do, the strong thing about the drop is the poke, because the Astral Echo is going to be making it much easier for Domain to actually hit his snipe. So if they can chunk down RRQ KAITO so low before the fight even starts, that's their window.
Yep, speaking of chunking down right now, they do find Mingguin on the sides. Kaizen pops up the Toys Facade. He needs to get out, and he will. Curse Blood completely airballing here, but they will lose the orange buff. But MINANA EVOS still holds on. They find a kill on the mage, and the Lord is about to spawn in 10 seconds. This is huge for MINANA EVOS.
That's the thing about a Brute Force breastplate, man. It even gives you resilience. So the amount of crowd control that you take gets short. That's the only reason why he was able to escape in time. Because if not, he would have been chain CC'd for quite a long time there.
Kirk now looking for the fight here. He is going to try to drag X-Nova out. He's looking to disengage. Echo connects onto RRQ KAITO. They have the jungler. Lord gets reset. Mingguin still a little bit far off, but they will regroup. And MINANA EVOS doesn't want to risk the full 5v5 in this Lord fight.
I feel like they don't have to. What they have to do is just snipe people away. And it looks like what they're trying to do is they're trying to manage their side lanes here, because they're sending Lacency as well as Kurt to handle the side lanes. They want to establish a slow push if possible, and then now they just got to keep poking them out. Lacency just open for that. Kirk,
oh my god, Kirk! Oh! Destroyed! CY finds an opportunity. Domain looking for the snipes here. He doesn't hurt as much, but he's falling in for the Matilda. Two-man knockout comes in. Here comes the Black Dragon to isolate the fight. MINANA EVOS, they're not grouped up. They have to back off. They lose the Paquito, and now Lord in the hands of RRQ KAITO once more.
I like that RRQ KAITO to understand it's like, we're going to lose a poking battle, so we just got to go all in. So Nova as well as CY finds the target. Doesn't matter who. They find Kirk. Sure, let's go for it. And then they got it. I like the decisiveness coming in from RRQ KAITO, where other teams, they might just wait it out, wait for MINANA EVOS to make a mistake. RRQ KAITO, they forced that mistake.
Well, speaking of mistakes here, so far, MINANA EVOS, they have made one, but again, it's not that big of a lead so far, like considering that KAITO is going to be knocking in. As you can see, Lord could be crashing on the tier 3, counter echo coming in from RRQ KAITO as well. They have the vision, circling eagle comes in, the AoE damage comes in, Danger over the curse, but missing the mark, but he's dropped down so low by Domain. RRQ KAITO just backs off, says no.
Getting the mid inhibitor is pretty good, but MINANA EVOS, you kind of have to respect the power that they have in the draft, where Novaria as well as Beatrix scales very well. Beatrix is one item of a 4 items here. Not sure what the final item would be, but because of the Fury Hammer, I'm thinking of a Hunter Strike, which I kind of feel like at this point perhaps a more defensive item, either a Wind of Nature or an Immortality would work. But it looks like they just want to go in for the damage. If he dies, he dies, as long as he takes someone with him.
This is... I don't know. I do see double blade armors on the Carmilla as well as the Yu Zhong. Like, I don't really see that as a priority. I usually see a lot of anti-cuirasses, etc., but I'm very surprised. Double blade armor. What are your thoughts on this?
It's 100% for Domain, because the anti-cuirass is going to stop Kirk, but look at Kirk, 2, 4, and 0. It's not going to be the primary damage dealer. It's all going to be on Domain, and if you want to counter Beatrix, you need that blade armor.
Okay, that's a interesting way, but seems like that's going to be a priority for now. Echo comes in. They get the vision, but they're all level 15 now from the side RRQ KAITO, whereas MINANA EVOS still have Kirk, not even 15. Perks is 2 levels away. So technically, they're 2 levels behind here from MINANA EVOS, or maybe even an item short.
Right now, honestly, looking at the items, it's just perks that is really hurting when it comes to the damage department. X-Nova already has 3, which is completely fine for a Matilda. Having the Flash of the Oasis, as well as the Enchanted Talisman, that's all that you really need. Blood Wings is just icing on the cake, because now you have more shield, and if the shield gets popped, then you have more movement speed. It looks like Doming is going for the Hunter Strike, so a lot of damage coming in, but he has to be careful because if his positioning is not good, he's definitely 100% going to get bursted down.
Oh boy, Lord, going to be a priority here. Mid lane control is good for MINANA EVOS, but again, RRQ KAITO still has the upper hand. They're looking to try and bait a fight here. Kaizen will be checking in to try and draw aggro and buy time. Looking for the pokes here, Doming. Doesn't know exactly where KAITO is. Seems like it's going to be a waiting game here. Now, as soon as I say this, Echo comes in. Big snipe on CY. Half HP on the gold laner. But instantly regenerated by a creep.
I mean, this is what MINANA EVOS wants to do. This is the strength of their draft, is just poking them out. But Nova, ex-Nova, can just heal them back up. So this is one of those situations where you just have to focus all of your firepower onto one person. And hopefully the person that you get is enough to turn things around to give you an advantage over this Lord pick.
Yep, Echo now sees CY. Going to be poking on the Lord here. MINANA EVOS still waiting for Kirk to regroup in this fight. Minguin trying to threaten Doming. Lord finally evolved here in 18 minutes. Curse Blood comes in, connects on Perks. They will immediately melt him down, knowing that the Paquito is not around. Instantly goes for the jump. Kirk going to be clearing the middle lane here, but he's going to be dived on. Can he flicker out? Yes, he will. 4v5. Doming, they find the Jiro, but the immortality keeps him alive. Here comes the Black Dragon to try and catch up Doming. Running, run, goal laner, run. He's got no sustain, it doesn't matter. Minguin will hunt him down. Lance now has to run for his life. He flickers away. He's going to try and buy time here. Meanwhile, the creep waves are knocking on the top side. KAITO, they send Denjiro to defend this, but Lance see why. He's buying so much time. He's not dead yet. He's going to try and back off the creep here. CY finally pops the ultimate, hunts him down. 45 seconds on the sidelines. But at the same time here, it's not over yet. Kirk still holding on. He shot the top side of the lane, and now they're giving chase, making it a 2v2 down bottom, buying so much time. RRQ KAITO, they want to end the game, but they can't do so. And Kirk, he actually almost survives, but guess what? He's dead as well. He's getting completely sandwiched. They tried their best, but it's not going to be enough. CY soloing the Lord as well. Oh my goodness, finally the collapse comes in. Final slash 3v5. CY shows up to man up. And that is going to be another dead Arlott. 5v1. 5v2 now. Land CY just back. But no minions. They're going to buy even more time. The Lord is going to be back online, but I don't think they have enough time here.
I don't think, I feel like this is a very difficult place for you to actually get a very good anything here. I feel like it's done. RRQ KAITO wins game